Hi, I wanted to quickly go over some new features introduced this month, November 2020. So for a new patient, and these are all fictitious names on a test system. So for when a new patient is admitted to hospice, it'll automatically send a message to the case manager and spiritual and social worker if they are selected. And at the same time, it'll build the plan of care for that individual. So I'm going to open their chart. And basically, it adds every plan of care item. So previously, you'd have to add them individually, but now they're all there. And so you'll have to remove them if they're not applicable to the patient. And to remove them, it is not deleting it, it's simply making it inactive. So for example, you click on the pencil icon to edit it, and we'll say active no and save it. And that simply just puts it at the bottom as an inactive item. You see here. If you ever need to activate it again, you just go through the same process. Now, before I show some other changes to the plan of care items, I want to show you the encounter that's created. So at the same time they're admitted, they also have an appointment made for the nurse for the comprehensive assessment. So that will be automatically created for you. So over in encounters, I'm going to open up Paul's chart and it's initial evaluation. So you'll have all the sections to complete. I'm going to skip to the assessment section. And again, because it is a new patient, it's going to show every item. So we always contact the attending physician. So make sure you're always clicking yes for that, and the medical director, just to document that you've spoken with the doctor and that you've been approved that they're terminally ill. Then the rest of the sections, of course, answer based on your assessment. Now notice with the question next to it, there's two icons. One, or there actually could be three icons in some cases, but the first icon here you notice has a little, looks like a contact card. It has a picture of a person and some text next to it. That means it's going to be used to populate the plan of care item. So if we start saying yes for these things, if I go to their chart and the plan of care, see that? It shows those abnormal answers. It's only abnormal answers. So if I was to say no, no for all of these, and then go back to the chart, there's no reason to include imminent death or to include it here, so that's why it displays this now. So that's how it pulls in the information for the plan of care item. It grabs the abnormal findings. Now notice for ADL assistance, there's another icon here. It looks like a graph. That means it is a item that we're monitoring or graphing. So an outcome measure it's called. And it's also included in the plan of care item. So I'm going to go ahead and check, partially able. So if we go here and under ADL, now you're going to see partially able. Outcome measure, ambulating. To see those, if you're curious, it's under monitoring. And there's not much yet, but there it is, partially able. And you can see how things change over time. Now the next part to show you is that under the plan of care item, I've added the ability to use some suggestions for your goal because creating goals is so challenging sometimes. Inside here it has your hint, patient and family directed outcome and timeline. You could spend hours doing this, more time doing this than you do with patient care. So to help you get started, there's some suggestions. And if you think of better ones, let us know so we can add them in. But it's specific to ADL assistance. So you have a couple here, a couple there that you can choose from. So I selected that. And you can edit it if you need to. And then we save it, and now it's updated the goal. If you want to see the history, you can still look at the history just as before. Similar to that, I've also added shortcuts for a different section of the notes. When you finalize your note, there's an area to add instructions. And so you'll see some choices here. You don't have to use these, it's just to help you, and we can add more. I just put a few in here. So you just click on the ones you want to include, and it'll just keep adding them in. And of course, you can add your own. So when you preview your note, you'll notice that those are included instructions right there. So just to make it a little simpler. So these have just been added in for you to use, hopefully make your life a little easier. Please give me feedback if you have any suggestions on the shortcuts that we have or any other ones to add or change. Thank you. Bye.